Okay, so want to know what's making the market tick today?
Let me guess. Earnings season.
You got it. We're going deep into Wall Street Bets, checking out their daily discussion from, let's see, Monday, October 21st. And let me tell you, the mood over there is buzzing, but like a nervous buzz.
Especially with big tech earnings on everyone's minds.
Yeah, you can practically feel the anticipation, right? Mixed with a good dose of, well, apprehension. It's a fascinating dynamic. We're seeing a lot of bullish signals, but there's definitely this undercurrent of what if this is the top? What if something unexpected happens? The election's got some folks on edge, too.
Totally. And speaking of things that could shake things up, we got to talk about NVIDIA, NVDA. It's like the only stock anyone on WSB can even talk about right now.
They're obsessed, aren't they?
Seriously. One user even said, and I quote, "It feels like I've looked back 100 times and thought to myself, all I needed to do was buy NVDA FML. Classic FOMO. The fear of missing out is a powerful force, especially with a stock like NVIDIA, hitting all-time highs, making headlines. It's like watching a rocket launch and kicking yourself for not getting a ticket."
Tell me about it. My own brokerage platform sent me a push notification like, congrats to NVDA on their success. I'm like, guys, you're not helping.
Haha, right. It just goes to show investing isn't just about numbers, it's psychological too, especially in a place like Wall Street Bets where the energy is, shall we say, amplified.
Amplified is one word for it. But hey, it's not just NVDA stealing the show. SPY, our good friend, the S&P 500 ETF, had a bit of a wild ride this morning, didn't it?
Oh, you mean the pre-market roller coaster? Yeah, some folks were sweating that one.
One user even posted, all right, SPY, big V now, or I'm picking to shift up. Hoping for that classic V-shaped recovery.
It's that short-term trading mentality, laser focused on charts and patterns. Will SPY bounce back? Place your bets, folks. It's high risk, high reward, and it's kind of what Wall Street Bets is known for, right?
Absolutely. But it's not all just the big players, though. We're seeing some interesting chatter about, well, more niche sectors. Nuclear energy, for example.
Yeah.
Oklo, ticker symbol OKLO, is having a moment.
Right. Interesting to see. It suggests maybe a shift towards more specialized plays, maybe driven by, I don't know, some recent news or developments in that sector. One user even called it, get this, the Aragorn of nuclear stocks.
Uh-huh. I love it. That's definitely one way to make a stock memorable.
Right. Talk about cutting through the noise.
Speaking of cutting through the noise, we can't do a Wall Street Bets deep dive without checking in on, well, everyone's favorite, sometimes least favorite, electric car company, Tesla. TSLA. Always a hot topic.
Tesla. You know it's going to be a wild ride when they're involved. The sentiment is, how should I put this? Passionate on both sides. You've got the diehard Elon Musk fans, right? The ones who believe Tesla's going to the moon no matter what.
Moon, Mars, you name it.
Exactly. But then you've got, well, the skeptics. Those who are, let's say, less convinced. And with earnings coming up,
Things are about to get even spicier.
well, guaranteed. And I saw one comment that really sums it up. It said, to the Elon Nuthuggers, if you like Tesla at 220, you're going to really like it at 140.
Oof. That's got to sting a little, even for the most devoted Tesla bull.
Right. But that's Tesla for you, always sparking debate. It's like they're a lightning rod for strong opinions on Wall Street Bets and, well, everywhere else, to be honest.
No kidding. But hey, it's not all Tesla and NVIDIA, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting to see all these other tickers popping up in the daily discussion today.
Oh, yeah, for sure. People are digging into all sorts of companies.
We're seeing ASTS, that's AST Space Mobile,
Yeah.
Humacyte, Humabay, Nuscale Power, SMR. I mean, the list goes on. MU, GOGL, AMZN, even Rocket Lab USA, RKL is getting some love.
It's like Wall Street Bets has its own little stock market going on. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
It really is, like this whole ecosystem of ideas. But it makes sense, right? You got this incredibly diverse group of people on the platform. Seasoned traders, total newbies.
And everyone in between. It's that mix that makes it so interesting because you get these unexpected connections, these, hey, have you heard about this company moments.
Right, like we've got Oklo making waves in the nuclear space.
Yeah.
And then there's NuScale Power getting some attention too. It's like this whole mini trend emerging.
Exactly. Maybe it's tied to some recent news, some new tech, who knows. But it's a good reminder that, sometimes the best opportunities come from digging a little deeper, looking beyond the usual suspects.
And speaking of looking for patterns, have you noticed how obsessed everyone is with the whole V-shaped recovery thing today? Like, it's all over the daily discussion.
The V is the word on the street, no doubt. And I get it. Everyone wants a little bit of certainty in the market, especially after, well, the past few years haven't exactly been calm.
Understatement of the year.
Right. So yeah, that V-shaped recovery, that quick bounce back, it represents this hope for a return to a bull market, a return to, good times.
It's like a security blanket, right? When
Uh,
everything else feels so uncertain.
totally. But speaking of uncertainty, it is earnings week, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Big tech earnings are basically right around the corner. Get ready for some volatility, folks.
Fasten your seatbelts, because everyone's going to be watching to see if these tech giants can meet those sky-high expectations. And then, of course, there's the election looming, adding another layer of, well, who knows what's going to happen.
Right. Like, the market's been on this run lately, but some people are saying it's all just a sugar high, like once the election hits.
Look out below. Yeah, it's definitely a wild card. Could send things soaring, could trigger a correction. No one knows, which honestly is part of what makes this so fascinating to watch.
Couldn't agree more. But hey, you know what else makes Wall Street Bets so fascinating? The comments. Like those little nuggets of wisdom, humor, and sometimes just pure entertainment. Like
Yeah.
one comment that really made me think twice was someone saying, shorting Tesla is too obvious. Like even on Wall Street Bets, you got to be contrarian,
Right. You always have those folks who want to zig when everyone else zags. And shorting Tesla, especially now, that's a bold move.
to say the least. But hey, boldness is kind of their thing, isn't it?
Definitely part of the appeal. And speaking of going against the grain, there's a whole bunch of chatter today about market manipulation. Algorithms, the whole 9 yards.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. Like the invisible hand is actually a robot hand controlling everything.
It's like a financial conspiracy theory that never gets old. And
Yeah.
hey, maybe there's something to it, who knows? But it definitely reflects this feeling that sometimes things are happening in the market that are, well, beyond our control.
Totally. Like trying to make sense of the chaos.
Hmm.
But you know what else I love about Wall Street Bets? It's not all serious business all the time. The memes.
Oh, the memes are gold. Saw one earlier. Someone was going to dress up as Jensen Huang for Halloween.
No way. That's amazing. NVIDIA's CEO is officially a Wall Street Bets legend.
Right. Talk about an unlikely icon.
Right.
But it just goes to show this community, they know how to have fun even when the market's going crazy, which it kind of always is, let's be honest.
That's the truth. But for all the jokes and the diamond hand bravado, do you ever get the sense there's this undercurrent of, I don't know, anxiety underneath it all?
Oh, definitely. It's there. I mean, think about it. The V is for victory obsession, the market manipulation theories, the election jitters. It all kind of points to this underlying unease about the future.
Right. Like everyone's trying to predict what's going to happen, but no one really knows.
And that's the thing about the market, and maybe even life in general. Uncertainty is part of the deal.
So true. But hey, that's what makes it exciting.
Exactly. Keeps things interesting.
Well said. And on that note, a huge thanks to everyone listening for joining us on this deep dive into the wild world of Wall Street Bets. Remember, whether you're a seasoned trader or just starting out, stay informed, stay engaged, and as always,
Don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
couldn't have said it better myself. Until next time.